Once again, I am being very foolish. I need to make something and I need to make it fast. This time, a little bag. Hello, it's Icy. Yes, that's right. I'm being probably an idiot, honestly. This Elder Scrolls Online 10-year celebration, which is a computer game that I play, that I love, an MMO, that I made the Elder Scrolls jacket for, and the Swiss waist, link in the video, and also will be done by the time this video goes live. Nonetheless, I need to make, I think, what's called, and hear me out, this sounds bad, but it's fine, a heavy sack. I'll insert a picture. But basically, all it is an in-game sack that contains a small amount of random stuff. And you can just discover them as you're wandering the world inside the game, and you can loot them, but everybody keeps an eye out for them, and they're cool, and they actually look quite nice. Now, I thought to myself, and while I was streaming said game, asked my chat, what if I made one? And everybody went, oh my god, you should do that. And I went, should I do that? I should do that. The thing is though, this conversation has happened one week before said event. Now, I don't actually have the whole week to do this because I'll actually have visitors over the weekend just before the event. And now I am recording this on Sunday night. So technically, all I have is 4 evenings. 4 evenings. Monday to Thursday to do this, to get it done, to make a bag. Now, I already have fabric, obviously. I have a giant stash. So this is somewhat of a stash buster. It's not going to be a very big handbag. So what I'm envisaging is a circular base, this, maybe oval, maybe circle, something about yay big. A border about that tall around the circle. I could have drawn a diagram, but we're going to describe it instead. That's all in black. Quite stiff, reinforced. I'll use, fortunately I don't have a lot of iron interfacing left, so this is going to be sewn in interfacing, but to stiffen that up. So that'll be quite structured, as structured as I can make it. So on top of that, basically a straight volume, straight something or other, that will join in with a drawstring with like a little bit of fluff above the actual drawstring. Additionally, and that's a heavy sack just right there, pretty much. It'll also have a loop, 2 loops with some D-rings, of which I already have, because every time I have a bag that dies, I strip the hardware. And you should do that too. That is a great idea. If you have a bag that dies, all of the clips, all of the D-rings, all of the strapping, all of that stuff, you should save all those. And then you can turn them into your own handbags later. So I already have straps. That's fine. Either pinched off dead handbags or an existing handbag. So all I really need is the D-ring. So a D-ring at the bottom of the bottom of the base, which is the bottom, obviously, and then one just sort of at the back of the drawstring as well. So then I can wear it as like a diagonally slung handbag, which is my preferred style of handbag. So, so stiff black at the bottom, and I can either use some of the cotilles type stuff, polished cotton stuff that I got from the reverse garbage, or because I do make my own handbags occasionally, fabric ones. I do actually already have some, and this is my preferred thing to use, is rubber-backed curtain material. I do actually have some black rubber-backed curtain material already, which would work great. So I might use that. Then for the top section, so traditionally, as you saw from the earlier picture, it's sort of like a greeny gold color. Do I have greeny gold color? No, of course not. No, I have no such colors whatsoever. So the options are, I either go for a really strong, very jewel-toned green, and I will be wearing the ESO jacket, so it'll be with the purples, which perhaps I should be wearing the ESO jacket now so you can see, would be a strong but acceptable contrast. Maybe it'll be very full on. I'm not sure. The other option is I just ignore the color scheme and then go with something else. So I could use this one, which is once again a rubber-backed curtain material, also purchased for handbags and also other projects. So that would work. The advantage is it's already a bit stiff, so that would be fine, and that would work quite well. I already have, so I'm sort of leaning towards that. I think that would be a better final look rather than the green. I think the green would be a bit, if it was a more muted green, I might go for it, but it's really strong jewel tone, and that plus purple, it's very 80s. It's a very purple, and wow, I don't know if other people are old enough, but the purple and green of the 80s was a vibe I don't think we really need back again, honestly. So we might I'll probably go for some sort of maroony kind of colour. I think we'll be fine. I think if I went for purple, that would be too much black and purple, honestly. There's a lot of black and purple in this outfit already. I think that would be a step too far. However, I might use some of the purple piping to go around between where the top colour meets the black. I think like a strip of purple around there would actually look quite well, and it would also tone the two things together. So we might still end up doing that as well. Now, lining. It has the gold design on the outside, so I'm thinking I do actually already have some gold lining material, and I am very partial. I think it's actually really, really important to have a light colored lining in your handbags, because if the lining is light colored, when you look in the bag, you can find your stuff. If it's a dark lining inside the bag, you can never see what you're after. Yeah, so anyway, all handbags should have a light lining in my estimation. So yeah, so I have a nice kind of muted gold color, so I'll probably use that because I'm not going to use it for anything else, really. I think it'll make a perfectly fine lining. Now, I was referring, of course, to the gold design on the front of the heavy sack. I think it's a Triscadelle. Is that what it's called? Anyway, that's... how am I going to do that? Great question. I was asking myself that. And I think what I'm going to do, and hopefully this works, once again, we are pulling out the trusty soutache. I'm a pro at this now. I just want to say the soutache and me, we're best friends now. So I have 10 meters of white soutache. And what I was thinking is, and I did experiments with this initially on the ESO jacket, and I didn't use it in the end. I used a Posca pen, so a paint pen, to paint purple on top of a test piece of the soutache. And it worked super well. It was just the wrong kind of purple and sort of gave the wrong effect. However, I was thinking, what if I used a gold Posca pen on top of the white soutache? Would that give me something? So I think that's what we're going to try and see if that actually vibes, if that gives a nice effect. If not, I still have some black soutache somewhere, so I could just do that outline, like that design in black on whatever top color I use. And maybe if I go for like a lighter color, I could still do it. But honestly, the gold trim is traditional. So that's the plan. That's the plan. So, and yeah, I've got plenty of handbag straps that I can remove from a different bag and put on this, at least for the night. So we're going to try and make a heavy sack. And I'm going to try and make it in 4 days. Am I an idiot? Probably. But let's see how we go. Ta-da! Heavy sack / handbag finished. Let's talk. So pretty good, not bad. I think I would have liked it slightly taller. I didn't take into account, proportions wise, how much of this sort of kind of the top black section would be sort of removed visually. So I think I should have had another 6 centimeters and then a 6 centimeters on top of that to the actual gather. And I think that would have been proportionally slightly better, but it's fine, pretty much. Did I completely and utterly go overboard doing far more work on a handbag for what will be probably 1 at most 2 events? Why, yes. Yes, I did. Okay, so a couple of things. Let's go through what I did and how overboard did I go. I mean, actually, no, the Triscadell, this design, I mean, that was the foundation. That had to be on here for a heavy sack. Completely must have existed. Very happy with the result. So yes, black soutache with gold paint pen on top. Leaving the sort of the paper underneath first, and then I could really do the paint without worrying about the fabric and then tearing it off. Absolutely fantastic. Worked 100%. Would do again. The general design, perfectly fine. So 6 centimeters, 12 centimeters, 6 centimeters would have been better, and then a bit higher. Something like, I think this is an 18 centimeter diameter circle with like a 1/6, like horizontally a 1/6 cut off the bottom, proportionally perfect. Size wise, perfect. You know, I was only looking for a small, you know, evening handbag, you know, a drop and go kind of handbag, opposed to anything else. On the back, so anchoring point here and at the top, so yeah, not all the way at the top, but at the sort of the top of the red section, and mobile phone pocket, perfect fit. So yeah, my mobile phone is basically 18 centimeters. Really, is that 18 centimeters? Anyway, this plus this exact mobile phone size. Also, this pocket additionally stiffened to give a bit more sort of stiffening to the whole thing. Double layer of like almost buckram stiffening in the bottom section here, which worked very well. And yet the heavy plastic on the bottom. Silver D-rings. I didn't have any gold D-rings. I would have preferred gold, but we'll make do, it's fine. And an existing handbag strap off a different purse, so this will go back to the other purse later, but it does actually have gold. So if I was going to use this full time, I would get and or make its own strap. So for the top, I added, and I am 100% not 100% sure, but I think it's okay, this little circular flap on top. Oh, I didn't actually record that. I'm not sure that works. So let's pull that, just because, yes, I did have the problem, which I thought I might get, where I cannot tighten this enough that I lose, you know, the gap in the top, which is why I've added a hat. I think if I change the design of this, and I might still do that, if I'd added a bit of curve to it, have it sit like that, that might be better. Oh yeah, that would be pretty easy to achieve. We might do that after. Anyway, so old shoelace, and he had one of these shoelaces, sort of has a brown fleck through it, so I thought that would look like fine. So big enough that I can put basically everything. This is my handbag. This is my handbag apart from my phone and my mask if I need it. In fact, there's a spare mask in here. Everything I have is in here, and then I just switch this in and out to whatever handbag I need, whether it's a small one or a big one. Sometimes I'll add a small bottle of water if I need to, but anyway, it's got to be this big. It's slightly bigger and wider, obviously thicker than the phone case, but not much. So that's everything in there. Did I line this? I mean, you saw me lining it. Yes, it's completely lined. Did I really need to line in acetate? Acetate, is that what it's called? Anyway, lining material for something I'm going to use maybe twice. Probably not. Did I do it anyway? Yes. Could I help myself? No. So So yes, fully lined in light fabric, as I talked before. We have our internal zipped pocket, always important. I mean, yes, I've got that other black thing that has everything contained in it, so I don't really have, you know, I usually don't have keys in that. The keys actually go in the handbag, but it's good, it's good. So anyway, zipped, and yes, a little hooky thing to hook your keys on, because there is nothing worse than having your keys in your handbag and not being able to find them, even if they're buried at the bottom of a pocket. So anyway, yeah, it's all pretty good. It's pretty, it's nice, it's nice. I do, as I think I mentioned in this video and previous ones, have leather, and I do want to make a handbag. So kind of also the reason why I put a bit of extra effort into this one is because I was thinking about, is this going to be basically a sort of a template for proportions, sizes for me making another handbag? And it might be. I think definitely, yeah, as you can see, sort of the full height is correct. That looks better. And then this is just a teeny bit too short. It actually works proportionally for a heavy sack. But yeah, if I was going to make a separate handbag and I wanted to make a barrel, and I'm not adverse to a barrel style, to be honest. For a small one, it would be more this proportion, I think. So, but yes, the whole thing did not take particularly long. Worked a treat. I basically had everything already. The D-rings, like the drawstring thing. The only thing I bought was the $6 Posca paint pen. I'm sure I'll keep using that. Sorry, I'll take it back. Have bought everything, all of this stuff, over time, and it's been sitting in the stash for a long time. So we're at least just using the bits from the stash. I didn't buy extra for this project. And I am cheap, so most of this was on special, probably. Pretty sure the lining was an offcut from somewhere. But yeah, as the time of finishing this video, this little party is on in like 4 days, I think. So I finished in time. Awesome. Over on the other channel, the Elder Scrolls Online channel, link in the corner. No, I can't link in the corner, link in the description. I'll have some sort of party update video type thing there if you're curious. And probably on socials as well. In fact, there's a fair chance you might have seen any of this, if you follow me on socials, any of this before the actual party. Before this video comes out, you'll have seen the stuff for the party, is what I'm trying to say. It's fine. But so many things. So many little projects. And I know what I want to make for the next one as well, which is, I don't know what order some of these are coming out in, but there are some house, you know, like type ones, and there are some clothing type ones. We have a bit of both of the videos. But I'm pretty sure next will be a house type one. So anyway, join me for that. Thank you so much for joining me here on YouTube. I really appreciate it. It is lovely to see you all. And thank you for everybody who's been subscribing. I really appreciate it. If you've watched this video and you think this is your kind of content, please do subscribe. It's very much appreciated. And you can follow me over on socials, links in the description, mostly at Threads. Is probably mostly at Threads at the moment. And I'd love to see you there as well. Thank you for watching, and I will talk to you next time. Bye.